Hello everyone, I am back from vacation and I have some friends in here with me that apparently nobody is on a microphone with, but that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. I just figured you are waiting for me to invite you to pick a microphone up. We still haven't figured out how to get Mary her own microphone. We haven't really given it a lot of thought. But what we will do is have Mary pull a chair over here and sit next to me. And she usually projects her voice, so I'm sure this microphone will pick us both up. But I figured what we could do tonight is talk a little bit about our trip and show our spoils, which is this pile over here. And Ian, by the way, that box is your crap.
Oh, okay. Which box?
This box over by my trash can.
Oh, yeah.
It's the stuff from Moda, but there is one thing in there from Katie.
Oh, okay. Cool.
That I will show them on camera that I got, because I got one too. And she sent one home with me for you.
Fun.
So I'll go ahead and give you guys the overhead. Mary, why don't you just bring that purple chair over?
Because I didn't want to move those tables.
Or bring the ottoman. That's more comfortable than that plastic stool. I like that, Ian. That is your crap.
Right, yeah.
All right, so this is, thank you, Ian.
Mm-hmm.
This is the little gift that I have, but also Mary got one and Ian got one as well. Mary and I got machine cleaning brushes in our package. Ian did not, because we're just a little bit better than he is.
Wow.
These are machining brushes.
Machine cleaning brushes.
I can't talk.
Machine cleaning brushes.
I'm going to put this over here so it'll pick us both up.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, inside of that is also this block of dog nab.
I almost said cheese. This block of cheese.
This block of wood that has a thread cutter up on the top. Now, Mary and I already have one that we bought for ourselves. So now I can have one in my to-go container, so I don't have to take the one from my desk. But Ian got one of these as well. So when you're doing your chain piecing, this has a little blade inside of it to help you cut your chain piecing pieces apart. Let's say piecing a million times fast.
Piecing.
Everybody wants to say hi to Bella.
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 Bella. Bella.
Bella. Ciao, Bella.
You talk like the Pope.
Talk like the Pope. Talk like the Pope.
Bella's just looking at you.
She said no. She said no. So, Mary, did you have fun at retreat?
It was a blast.
Oh, I put my thing into this shirt.
You did? Okay.
Here, I'm going to set it here.
Okay.
Let's just see. Talk,
go.
and let me make sure this picks us up.
Okay. Hello.
Okay. And then you can hear me okay. I'm probably a little bit softer than you are, so I'll move it closer to me.
Okay.
Talk.
Hello.
Okay, we're about even now.
Okay.
All right, I'm just going to kind of set it on the table here while we're doing our thing, because that way it'll pick us both up evenly-ish.
Ish.
Ian, can we get a mic check from you?
Hello.
Okay, you're louder than both of us, so talk softer.
Okay, sounds good.
That's about right.
Okay.
That's about right. Joan wants to know, is Bella happy that Mary's home?
Yes. We spent like 10, 15 minutes last night. I put her up on the bed with me, and I just rubbed her belly and paid attention to her, and she was happy. She then went down and got in her bed and went to sleep.
Awesome. Let's see if I can fix the audio just a little bit more. All right, Mary, can you talk a little bit?
Yes. Hello, everybody.
Okay, I'm hoping that works. People are saying the sound is good, so I'm going to go ahead and leave it clipped up here. Hello, Donna. She says hello to all of you.
Hello, Donna.
And I guess me as well. I guess I should say that. All right. So I don't do a whole lot of quilt shopping much anymore. But when I go on retreat, the mic was better on the table. Okay, cool. Well, we'll leave it up here. Okay. But when we go on retreat, we usually allow ourselves to have some shopping.
Yes.
And so I thought maybe we could talk a little bit about what we did at retreat and share some of our treasures.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So I'll kind of kick us off with what I did, because I don't think I finished anything.
Nope.
So, and then do you have stuff that you can show? Ready?
I do. I can go get it ready while you talk to the people.
So I'm going to first talk about the quilt that is hanging up behind me. This is, thank you, Ian. And thank you, Holly, for becoming a channel supporter. On the table, not on the machine. Okay, got it. That's better. On the table, not on the machine. Got it. Okay, so what is hanging up behind me is, or was, a block of the month from Fat Quarter Shop. I think it was a 2022 block of the month. It was featuring Shoreline fabric from Camille Ross Kelly. This was it was the block of the month kit. My friend Karen had picked it up, and she decided that she wanted to do the boxed Moda kit instead, and so we switched. I had the boxed Moda kit, she had this. She gave me her block of the month kit that I had not signed up for, and then she took the boxed kit. So I got all of the blocks this year caught up because I was behind on it. In fact, I hadn't even started it till this year. But I didn't have the pattern for the finishing layout. I did have the finishing kit. I just decided it doesn't really matter. I don't have to have it in their finishing layout. I can do whatever I want. And I know, and Karen already knows this, that I'm going to be gifting this back to Karen. And so I just wanted to work on getting it together. So I took all 12 of the blocks that I made and I put them together with 3-inch sashing. And then in between all of the sashing, I did a little cornerstone. That is a Friendship Star block that measures 3 inches finished. I thought that would be a really cool way to kind of tie them all together. So those tiny Friendship Star cornerstones play a little bit into it. I did not finish it though because there are 2 borders that I want to put onto this, and one of them I had with me and the other one I think I left at home. So the borders did not get added. That is something that is on my plate to do. I would like to say this weekend, but the reality is I am booked solid all weekend already. So it'll probably be next weekend or the weekend after. I just want to have it ready to give to her when I see her next. I think I'm going to be seeing her in December when I go to Disney World with Mary. So I'd like to have this pieced, quilted, bound, and in my suitcase when we go to Disney World. So that's the first thing that I worked on. The second thing that I worked on was the Hazy Hills kit. So Hazy Hills is a legit kit from Legit Kits. Yeah. I need more sleep. So they actually started out with Hazy Hills Central. And then, what are you looking for, Mary?
Oh, there it is.
Okay. They started out with Hazy Hills Central and then gave an East and a West. I think that's how it worked. So there's now 3, and each one of these is a 20 by 15 landscaped quilt. And they're kind of like this portrait of mountains against a skyline. I thought it was beautiful. I bought the first one. I bought the second one, or maybe it was the third one. I don't remember. I'm missing one, so I need to buy the other one. I did not get them all completely finished, but I did finish 2 blocks. This is the first block. This is A2. And that this is block A1, and when they go together, they will be joined like this. This is the top row, so there will be a bottom row that goes under here, and that bottom row is actually a whole lot more detailed than these are. I gotta be honest with you, friends, I was not feeling any sort of gumption, any sort of inspiration while I was there. I took the featherweight. I did do some piecing on the featherweight, but I was more interested in doing the quick sew projects rather than actually working on a quilt. So I just took my time working on these things. I did. Mary, can you hand me my Sassy Starlet? Or Ian will?
I got it. As long as I don't step on Bella.
Just throw it at me.
Whee! Sorry.
Well, that
Sorry.
didn't work out the way I thought it would.
Oh, jeez.
That didn't work out the way I thought it would either. Goodness. Let's move that way on over there.
Good night, Irene.
So I finally finished my Sassy Starlet. Now this is a free pattern that is on my website, so you can go check it out. I'm going to sneeze.
Bless you.
Sorry, it is a pattern that is on my website for free. I did this on a live stream. You can download it on the website. And before I left for retreat, I put it on the long arm and I did, bless me, I put it on the long arm and I did some custom quilting on this. So I am going to hold it up a little bit closer so that you can see. This is custom quilting using my Pro Stitcher. So every area where it's quilted, that is intentional quilting that I plopped into there using my automation. And you can kind of see the detailed quilting a bit better on the back. I didn't do any of this part at the retreat, but what I did do is bind it. I had a fat quarter of this white tone-on-tone stripe, so I attached it to the front, and then Mary finally sat down with me and taught me how to do some hand sewing. You guys, I finished binding this by hand, and can we just talk about how good this looks for a beginner? Like, I'm sure somebody out there is like, it's not perfect. Well, you know what? It's not. But this was my first time hand binding the quilt. So I feel like I did a great job. So every stitch in this thing, the piecing, the quilting, and the binding has all been done entirely by me. What do you think, Mary?
I think it's great.
I think it's great. All right. So,
okay, Tony the Tiger.
Yeah, great. So I'm going to put a sleeve on this. Yes, I will hand sew that on too because that's what Mary said I do. Mm-hmm. I got to put a label on it. And yes, I will hand sew that on too because that's what Mary said I do.
Yep. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Becca.
Becca. So I didn't do anything else, but Mary, why don't you talk to them a little bit about what you did, because I feel like the other things that I accomplished make up this huge pile over here.
I know.
I accomplished going broke.
Well, the first thing I did when I got to, I'm sorry, I'm talking away from the microphone.
No,
the first thing I did when I got to retreat is I finished binding my house and tulips block quilt that Becca and I pieced together.
And I will hold it up while you're talking. Let's do show and tell.
Yep, we got yours and mine is here.
Well, so we're not going to show both because they're the exact same.
They're the exact same thing. Yep.
Talk about it.
And so Becca had stitched hers on by machine and onto the front, and then I turned it to the back and hand stitched it down. And then after I did mine, I did Becca's for her because she had stitched hers to the front, and then I turned it to the back and finished hand binding it. That was before Becca learned how to do hand binding herself.
And also, we wanted to cover up with these quilts.
Yes, we did.
And it would have taken me 35 years. Also,
I know I need to get the basting stitches off of there, but we used them and abused them while we were there. So.
Yep. I did quilt them both. They were both quilted with the same pantograph. They have tulips on it. Actually, if you can hand me mine, it's folded up. I can show on the table the quilting on it a bit better. So we did this really cute tulip panto. For Mary's quilt, we did a soft gray, and for mine, I did a soft pink. So it's got these swirls and then these tulips. Mm-hmm. It's pretty.
And the blocks are all the same on these, except our backings are different.
Yep, our backings are different. Our labels are different. I'm just going to show the labels because I'm so proud of this. So we wanted to do something fun with the label. So I used the EQ8 printable paper fabric. Yep. Mm-hmm. It's fabric that you can put through an inkjet printer, and it's a little light on the screen because we printed them in pink to match the quilt. But we wrote a poem because they're twin quilts, right? The only thing different is the placement of the blocks, some of them, and the backing. So I put, mine is called Mines in Virginia, and hers is called Mines in South Carolina. But they both have the same poem on it, and so I'll read it for you. It says, from a Singer and a Bernina, the stitches took flight, side by side at retreat and on Zoom late at night. We pieced and we pressed with a friendship so tight, this quilt tells our story in fabric and light. Now hers lives in South Carolina and mine's here in Virginia, but the laughter we shared never drifts far away. Each block is a hug, each seam sewn with grace, 2 quilts, same heart, stitched in different states. And then I put pieced and quilted by Becca Shiflett, Woodbridge, Virginia, completed July 2025, and Mary's has the same thing, except at the bottom it says that hers was pieced by Mary and quilted by me.
Yep.
And I got to tell you, these were not only did I got a thread.
Yep.
Not only did I can use this. Not only did we bind these and finish them, but I feel like this was a testimony to you of how my long arm quilting has come.
Yep, it does. When Becca first started out, she was a new long armor, and she had trials and struggles as she went through, and she has really, in the year that she's had her pro stitcher, not even a year that she's had her pro stitcher, she has blossomed into a great long armor. So.
I feel like even, and Ian probably could testify. I feel like Ian could even talk about that a little bit too, because in the past, I would say 2 or 3 months, like I've grown, I've just continued to grow.
Yep.
So I feel like I am finally at a place where I am proud of what comes off of my long arm now.
Exactly, yeah.
So anyway, so we finished our twin quilts.
And then I worked on this. I'm not going to pull it out and show you. It was, Becca has a window seat in her family room, and it has a white cushion on it. And Becca's been really, she has bought fabric and stuff, and she wants to make little valances for all of her windows in her house. And so she bought several bolts of fabric that she's going to use. And this was one of the fabrics that she chose. And so I told her that I would make her a window. The window seat cover has a little bit of wear and tear on it, and it needed to be recovered. But she didn't know how to do that. So I told her, I said, I will take the measurements, and you give me the fabric, and I will make you a window seat cover for your cushion. And so that's what I worked on next. That was plus I took my brand new Bernina with me, which I had never sewed on before. And this was the first completed project that I did on my Bernina.
Awesome. Hey, Ian, in that pile of papers that's off to the right, next to your cup on my desk, is there a pattern there? From Camille Ross? Yes.
Yes, it is.
What is the name of that pattern?
This is Hometown.
Okay, so Hometown is the name of the pattern that we used for the 2 quilts. Somebody was asking.
Yes.
So it's by Camille Ross Kelly for Thimble Blossoms. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So there's that. What do you want to show next?
The next thing I finished was my chandelier quilt.
We started this at the lake. This was a quilt that we started at the lake. Most of us did this.
And finished it.
Go ahead.
Okay. And this was a charm pack that it was made with 2 charm packs and then a couple of yards of background fabric. And this was the one that I chose. I love purples, that everybody knows. And then this one had greens and tans in it and everything. And so this was the one, when Becca said that we were going to do the chandelier quilt at a retreat, I said, oh, okay. And I went through Berger's and found this charm pack that I absolutely loved. And this was my charm pack, or my charm quilt. Now this was a group effort because my friend Susan O'Neill Smith actually cut the pieces out and for me, and gave them to me to work on, and then
a few folks at the retreat
helped me put that together. Yeah,
a few folks at the lake,
and then I just sewed the blocks together and the quilt together.
So now that that's pieced, are you going to do additional borders on it?
I haven't decided yet. I have another fabric that I am thinking about doing a thin border on, and I can't decide. And then I would finish it off with the finish it off with the white that I have, which I have more of.
Okay.
Okay. And if anybody wants to know what the charm square pack is, here it is.
We'll just do this up here. It is called Camille. It is a Flower House collection by Debbie Beeves from Robert Kaufman. This is the charm pack that she used. No, Ian gave us a microphone so that we don't have to yell.
All right, I thought you were microphoneless.
No.
Okay.
Ian's playing tech and just handed us both
Okay.
the microphones. So
All right, gotcha.
we'll bring him over here and he can sit on my lap shortly. And plus, he knows how to project his voice, and he can get up and come over here if he needs to be on mic, right?
Because
Yes.
I was in the theater.
Oh, you actually did. You actually did. And that came through louder than I think we were. Okay. Did you complete anything else at Retreat that you want to talk about?
I have a panel. It's a Wizard of Oz panel from it's called, the collection is called Dorothy's Journey. And I won't pull it up because it's underneath all of the pre-cut strips and blocks that I've already cut out. And I decided, Becca and I talked about the quilt, and she kind of helped me with some ideas of how to surround this panel with blocks. 'Cause I want it to be, it's for a lady that's a friend of my mom's, and she wants a king size quilt, of course. And I got all of the pieces cut out for that. All the strips and everything are all cut out, and they're in this box and ready to go.
So she was struggling a little bit with this
Yeah.
because, by the way, I have a beer, a root beer. She was struggling a little bit with this because she had the panel. And the person that gave her this project, by the way, this is mine. I'll take this back. Thanks.
Yes.
The person that gave her the fabric gave her like 6 half-yard
Cuts of fabric.
and one 28-inch by 42-inch panel.
Yep.
And said, I want a king-size quilt. Go ahead, laugh. It's fine. And so Mary was really struggling with that. She's like, well, I know I'm going to have to add extra fabric to it. And so she went last year when we did our shop hop after Thanksgiving, and you picked out all of these wonderful coordinates to match the panel from Scrappy Apple.
Right.
And she wasn't really sure what to do with it. And I could see it. Every time you talked about this quilt, you're like, I don't know what to do with this. She was very frustrated. And so what we decided is, if you go back a couple of weeks ago, I showed you a panel that I was putting together. I kind of played off of this. This is called Fernanda by Villa Rosa Designs. And I kind of took the idea that they had here to make that quilt, and Mary's going to do something similar. Really what they did is they took a panel in the middle and they did cornerstone blocks and borders just to keep making it bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yep. And what I've decided to do with this is I'm going to make this like a yellow brick
Road.
Yellow brick road quilt. And so it's going to mostly be yellows with the other colors mixed into the mix of the bricks in the wall.
Yep. And so we did a bit of quilt math. Mary was struggling a lot with what to do with it. And so I sat down with her and I was like, okay, let's just think about this, because she needed a pattern. And so I was like, let's take a look at the panel, and you can kind of see part of it here. And it says, there's no place like home. It's very sweet, and I don't have, do I have? I do have a selvage, because people are going to ask.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It is Dorothy's Journey by Jill Howarth. It is a Riley Blake print from 2019. So
it's not in print anymore.
It's not in print anymore, but maybe you can find it at, I don't know,
on Etsy
or something.
eBay or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I sat down with her and decided, all right, fine. I was like, why don't you just do borders around the panel and do some cornerstones?
Yeah.
And you said,
I didn't want that. I wanted it to be a little bit more
intricate.
It's a little bit more like a quilted design. I wanted it to be more involved. And Becca said to me, why? And I said, because I just want to get it done. And I was uninspired by the panel itself and the fabrics and everything, and I couldn't decide what to do. But I had promised to do this quilt, and I wanted to make it something that she would like.
So what we did is we took measurement of the panel, and we found that the panel measured 24 inches by 35 inches. And we knew that it needed to be king-ish sized. And so I started talking through, okay, well, Mary, what do you deem king-ish? And we were kind of talking somewhere around 90-ish by 100-ish. We didn't want anything why we didn't want both measurements to be bigger than 108. We wanted it to be narrower than 108, but we were okay with the length of it being a little bit longer than that if needed. And so I just started playing around with some numbers, and I figured out, well, if the starting size is 24 by 35 for the panel, then what size borders do I need to make to get it to that 96 by 107? And what we found is we need a 12-inch border for border 1, 2, and 3, because that's going to add 36 inches to the width. And is that right? 12 plus 12 is 24.
36.
20. No.
Oh,
No. It would be 72 inches. It's
Oh,
adding
that's right.
72-ish inch. It's adding 72 inches to the width and to the height, because each border and each piece is going to be 12 inches. Yeah. And so I started sketching out, well, once we know that our borders are 12 inches, then it became really easy to kind of think about what we're going to do. And so I told her to just take the yellow and cut them up into squares so she can make blocks that look like part of the yellow brick road, but then also use some of the other fabric to start building out 12-inch blocks. And so that's, I think, what she's doing. She's just going to be building.
I'm going to do 12-inch blocks for each. It's just that all three of them are basically going to be the same block. It's just going to be three different panels.
Layers of it.
Yep, exactly.
Yep. So it's going to be a panel surrounded by the yellow brick road.
Right, exactly.
Yep. So there you go.
And that's all I worked on during the retreat.
So that was all she worked on during the retreat.
Becca did many different things.
I'm missing something.
Yeah, your
where's my baggie?
Your baggie with your,
found it.
Got it. Okay.
Found it. So I didn't finish anything. In fact, they had awards. And you're gonna laugh. Okay, so they had an awards night, and we had a ballot that we had to fill out, and we had to name people that fit each one of these roles. It's really hard to see you because the light's in the way.
I know.
But, so one of them was like tidy stitcher. Another one was organized quilter.
Sure.
One was like burning the midnight oil. There was one for like a tornado, fabric everywhere.
Yep. And something about caffeinated.
Caffeinated quilter.
Queen.
Yeah, yep. Caffeinated queen. Always has a caffeinated beverage. And there was one for like butterfly quilter, always hopping from one project to the next. There was UFO wrangler for somebody that brought in UFOs and still started new projects. Yep. So it was, there was a lot of fun things. Obviously, Ian, do you want to guess which one Mary won?
Well, Zaza's asking, did you sew 24/7, Mary? And so I'm guessing she won the all the time sewing. No. Caffeinated beverage?
No.
I don't know.
Tidy Stitcher.
Oh.
Tidy Stitcher.
A lot of people told me they voted for me for organized quilter and Tidy Stitcher.
That's funny because I voted for me.
I know.
I voted for her. And then apparently my ADD kicked in because I got butterfly quilter, always hopping from one project to another.
Sounds about right.
And it was funny because Becca asked me if I had filled out my form and who I voted for certain things. And I said, I voted for you to be the butterfly quilter because I knew she would work on one project, put that down, pick up another project, put that down.
And that's exactly what I did. I worked on that, put it down. Worked on something else, put it down. But what I did pick up was two different things.
Yep.
And they were both handwork. I'm going to show you the first thing first.
Becca took some kind of classes while she was there.
I had people show me some things.
Yep.
So the first thing that I started working on. Oh, here's my award.
Certificate.
Here's my award. Here's my award. Quilt Butterfly for always hopping from one project to project. I thought that was fun.
I did too.
All right, so I'm gotta find it. This is part of my haul, which I'll get into in a minute. But I've actually already started using it. So the first thing that I did One of the things that they do at retreat, I love this. They have a grab table, and it's a great big 6-foot table, and everybody brings in de-stash things that they want to pay forward. And throughout the entire retreat, they ring this little bell, and whoever, like when they ring a bell, they pull a name from a bag, and if your name is pulled, you get to go pick something from the table. And they just keep doing that over and over and over until all the stuff is off the
gone.
table. Yeah.
Yep.
And this year there was a ton of stuff on the table. Well, everybody, when everybody gets there, like on the first day before they start it, everybody's always browsing the table to see what the goodies are. And I saw 2 packages of Ada cloth from Lori Holt Ada cloth, and I was like, well, I want to try and play with cross stitch a little bit. I want those. And so the first time my name was called, I pushed them out of the way and ran to the table to get some Ada cloth. And so this is the first thing that I started with hand sewing. This is I don't know what it is off the top of my head, so you're all going to have to just Google it on your own. But this is a free cross-stitch, counted cross-stitch pattern that's on Fat Quarter Shop. And so I just grabbed colors that kind of looked like the pattern and started stitching this out. I do intend to finish this. I liked working on it, but I set it aside because I also wanted to work on some other things. So I picked this up, started it, worked on some of the other things, set that down, Which leads me to the other thing that, well, should I tell them about the shopping trip first or the next thing that
The next thing that you did.
Okay. So the next thing that I tried, because I wanted to play with hand stitching, is EPP. Go ahead, Ian.
Well, first of all, people are freaking out that your drink doesn't have a lid, and several people have been saying that you need to put the lid on. And second of all,
who are you? So I started working on Hexis, and I gotta tell you, I absolutely stinking love it. I had a package of Hexis. I picked up a package of Hexis while we were out because I wanted to do just one Hexi. I just wanted to do one, but as you can see, I've been bitten by the bug because not only do I have 3 completed, but I have number 4 in process. And that takes me to showing you this. This is a bag that was made for me during a swap on Facebook from Lisa Marie's swap group. And I really haven't known what to do with this, and it's so gorgeous. It's one of those so organized bags. I absolutely love it. And so now I have turned this into my Hexi pouch. I've got over here a scissor minder that was gifted to me at retreat, and I've got a metal bobbin with some Deco Bob floss on it. I've got my clips and glue. I've got some Hexis that are already basted and grouped together to sew when I'm ready for them, and some extra papers. And then over here I have some thread and a couple more magnets. In the middle compartment here I have my scissors. And then
Look at Bella. And
the last one.
Lap over there.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. And then the last one is where all my needles and stuff are. So I started doing hand stuff, and I found a purpose for this bag, which I just absolutely love. So those are the hand things that I feel like I started, but again, I didn't finish. I finished 3 Hexis.
Yeah.
Does that count?
She did good.
no.
All right.
You gotta show off. You gotta show this off.
Oh. So Mary and I also, this is a before retreat thing.
Yep.
Yum. So I saw on TikTok, somebody did this. She was on a plane and she had this thing sitting on her lap, and she said, next time you're going on a trip, make a Snackle box. And I was like, genius. And so I bought one for me and Mary, and we filled it with our favorite treats. So all retreat, we've just been snacking on our Snackle boxes. Mm-hmm. This is a BPA free container that you can get on Amazon if you just Google Snackle box. I'll try to find a link and give you my Amazon affiliate link. And we each bought candy to share. Like, I've got some Reese's Pieces, some Skittles. You guys don't care what's in here.
Yep.
But you know what you do care about? You want a gummy bear?
Gummy bear.
Oh. Nom. You want some diabetes, Ian?
I'm good, thanks.
Yeah. Becca's husband, he always says that that's like diabetes in a box.
So, all right, let's talk about our shopping trips because we did do a little bit of shopping.
Here's
So
part of yours.
Oh, yeah, I'll start with this one. And this is the first store that we went to. And sorry, there's some things in here that I did not buy. I do want to show you, this book was bought for me by Mary.
Mary, since Becca had mentioned she wanted to try to do cross stitch and
thank you,
everything,
yeah.
I bought her this reference book so that it would help her. It has some beginning patterns in it, and then it talks about how to get started with cross stitch. And I thought that would be helpful for her as she started to learn cross stitch, how to take cross stitch.
This showed up from my secret sister, so it actually wasn't a purchase, but the person that drew my name gave me this book with some more paper hexes, which I think someone here...
It wasn't me.
No.
Oh.
I think it came from my secret sister, but I wonder if somebody tipped her off on it.
Oh, yeah.
She got hexes!
Becca's secret sister contacted me throughout the year and for
God.
ideas on what to get for Becca for her secret sister gifts.
Look at that!
And so,
It's a hexy portrait quilt.
Well, yeah.
So, and then I did buy, this was another gift that was given to me, so I'll show you this. It was just a little book that my friend Donna Shine gave me because she knows I love, I love Star Wars.
Oh, and we had reading, what was it? Reading night?
Oh, we had story time.
Story time, there
We had story time and I read the book.
What it was called, yep.
All right, so at the shop, I bought this bag. This one came free with our purchase, but I bought this project bag, which I absolutely love. It's like a mesh fabric, and I've got all my stuff for cross stitch down in here. I bought these cross stitch line keepers. They're magnets that go on your fabric so that you can keep that straight line. Mm-hmm. I also bought some patterns, but I'll show you those in a moment. Let me dive into here and see if there's any. We got this unstitcher. Mary got one too. Mm-hmm. This was, do you want to explain what it was for?
It's like when you're cross stitching, like I have a project right now that I need to use my unstitcher for. When you put the stitches into the Ada cloth, sometimes you realize you made a mistake and you have to actually pull those stitches out. Well, what I've used in the past is my needle, the tip of my needle, which can actually fray your yarn and everything. But this one has like I think it has a smooth edge on the bottom, and you can actually take and pick each one of your X's out of your Ada cloth, and should be hopefully easier than doing it with the tip of your cross stitch needle. So I thought she needed that. I'm a tool person, a gadget person, and so if I see something that I think is helpful, I pick that out.
She also bought me one of these. You want to tell them what this is?
That is a needle card that you can actually put into your credit card section of your wallet if you want it to, and it stores your various types of needles in it, any kind of needles.
Yeah, these are only cross stitch needles. I just put 5 in there.
Right.
The thread is thread I already had. That's for the project that I'm working on. And I did pick up some Ada cloth. And so I'll just show you these really quick. This is the other free package that I got from the gift table. Mm-hmm. It is the Vintage Cloth by Lori Holt. It's a 18 by 21 piece in oatmeal color. It is 14 count Ada. The one that I'm working on now I think is 10 count. And then I got
either 10 or 12.
No, I think it's one of those. Yep. Everything else I got was 14 count. Mary bought me these two. And then I bought these scrap pieces from the cross stitch store.
It was called Patches and Stitches.
Yep, in Huntsville.
Combined quilting in Huntsville, and it was combined quilt shop and cross stitch shop.
And then I bought basically a fat quarter of this. This is a 14 count as well. So I've got some Aida cloth that I can play with. This will probably keep me well stocked for
a while.
quite a while, because I am definitely a slow stitcher. This is a slow stitching thing. This is just something that I can enjoy doing, keeping my hands busy when we're sitting in the front room watching a bit of TV. So that is, I'm putting all of my cross stitch stuff back in here, because that's what this was for, was my cross stitch stuff. Now I want to show you the patterns that I picked up from the cross stitch place. I won this.
Yeah.
What did I win this from? The prize. It was one of the games prizes.
Okay.
These are the patterns that I got. I've got this one. I really liked the little house. I thought that was cute. I got another house one. I bought a couple of the cross-stitch cards from Lori Holt. I liked the idea of doing some quilt blocks, and I really like stars. So I bought these stitch cards that have the stars on them. And these are definitely a beginner-friendly cross-stitch that I can do easily. There we go. Here's another house. I liked that it had a little quilt hanging in the yard. And then I have, a couple more. Home Tweet Home, Mayflowers, Strawberry Quilt, and I thought this would be a cute one to do for my mom. It says, a mother is your first friend, your best friend, your forever friend.
Aww.
That's cute.
I love that.
And then this was the big one that I bought, Prim and Proper, but I also did buy another cross-stitch pattern.
This is the first time I've seen all these too.
Granita. And I got one for you.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
These definitely are going to be long projects. I'm not planning to have these done in a weekend. These are easy to do things, but take a bit of time to do, and they're just designed to give me something to work on when I want to do something by hand and I can't be in front of my sewing machine.
I'm going to do mine in purple.
I don't know what the name of this bag is. They just had it labeled as project bag. There was no tag on it.
They called it like a project bag in a bag.
They called it a bag in a bag.
Yeah, bag in a bag, yeah.
Bag in a bag. All right, let me put all of my cross-stitch books and patterns back in my cross-stitch bag. Okay. I'm almost through my pile, and then Mary can show you what she's got.
Yeah, mine's not in any order.
That's all the fabric for my project. I bought myself a Aurifil floss because I really like Aurifil's embroidery floss. So I bought myself a package of Lori Holt's Aurifil floss.
Oh, wow.
Because I actually do really like her colors.
Yeah, she has pretty colors.
She does. So these are the spools that came in this set.
That's gorgeous.
Delicious. So I got that. Can't get it back together. Here, thank you. All right, now let's show you, I think I'm going to go ahead and show them the fabric that I picked up while we are out.
Okay.
So all of this fabric, because I have one more bag to show you after this, all of the fabric that I'm showing you was actually purchased at, what was that called? Wilson's.
Yep.
Now, it's a lot of fabric. I'll give you that. Some of it I may have stole from Mary. That's okay. We won it during Left, Right, Center.
Yep.
But I want to let you know that they had their annual sale at Wilson's. And so everything, all of their fabric was 40% off. And so I went to town. So I'll show you the fat quarters that I got first. Now, this fat quarter was actually from my stash. Mary cut it and took it to play Left, Right, Center with, and I remembered how much I loved it. So I took it from her and told her she couldn't play with it.
It was actually a 108 that you had the backing.
Yeah. These were 2 fat quarters that Mary took for left, right, center. They're Lulla Boutique, and I said, nope, and I stole them from her and gave her something else to play with.
We have fun with left, right, center.
We sure do. And then the rest of these, this was a left, right, center win. This was gifted to me from a friend who knows I love my whales. This was a left, right, center win. I never put this up for left, right, center. I had thought about it, but then I remembered it was Yardage, and I kept it for me. So there's that. This was a left, right, center win, which I won from Mary.
Yeah.
I kept trying to take it from her, but she wouldn't let me. Isn't that gorgeous? And I have no salvage, so I can't tell you anything about this fabric.
Yeah. Gorgeous.
I just know it's beautiful, and it's mine now. All right, the rest of the fat quarters, I can't remember if I won them. I think
You did.
This one I won, and I actually don't have any of the yardage. I got the sardines. These I took with me, so I'm not going to bother going through them. I ended up leaving with them too, so I'll leave them aside. But these I bought from. Or maybe I won this one too. I can't remember. I don't know.
No, that one wasn't in left, right, center.
I bought that one. 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 And I think I won this one. So, surprise, I bought an assortment of batik fat quarters.
Yep. This store, when you went in there, the shelves were almost empty already because they had a 20% off on the couple of days before, and then they had a 30% off day, and then Saturday was 40% off. Yeah.
So everything was picked over, but we managed to find some treasures while we were there. So, okay, so those are the fat quarters. I'll move them out of the way. And then for yardage, I picked up a few wins. This is a fabric from Sherry and Chelsea's Happy Days, I think. Yep, Happy Days line. I have a fat quarter bundle of this on my shelf. I have not done anything with it. I want to, and I thought having a couple yards of this handy would be a good idea.
Pretty.
I also bought this fabric. There was about 2 yards of it on the bolt, so I got the whole thing. It is an art gallery print. I'll show you the salvage. It is dun, 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 Christmas in the Cabin, I think is the line. Yep, Christmas in the Cabin is the name of the line. It is from Art Gallery. I liked this one because I like the colors, but I love vintage ornaments that are shaped like that. Don't you?
Yes.
Those are my favorite ornaments. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this. Make my stash bigger, I guess. There we go. I grabbed this fabric, which is from a more recent line from Sherry and Chelsea. It is from their strawberry and lemonade line. They had like a yard and a half on the bolt. And so I thought 40% off, might as well. And I took it. There was about a yard of this. I don't do yellow very much, but there is something about this yellow that I liked. It is by Heather Briggs from My So Quilty Life, and the line is called Dusty. Is that Dusty Mines? No. Oh, Dusty Meadow. Dainty Meadow. Dainty Meadow. That's what it is. Dainty Meadow. She has it in cursive, and it was hard to read.
Oh.
But it's Dainty Meadow. That's the line this is from. The art gallery print is beautiful, isn't it, Judy? This is from Shine On from Bonnie and Camille before Bonnie retired. Oh, gorgeous. I just like it. Do we even have to say anything about that?
Isn't that the same print as the gray print, the gray fabric?
No.
No, it's different.
No.
Okay.
But don't worry, it has a friend.
Yes.
Don't worry, it has a friend. Okay, I couldn't leave without some yardage of a batik. I think somebody else had this. I can't remember who it was, but they left like 2 yards on the bolt. The person in front of me had it cut, and I was like, yeah, I'll take the rest of that.
They didn't have a lot of batiks in that shop.
No, but that was the one that I was like, I liked it. I liked it. I also got another yellow. Again, not a big yellow fan, but there's something about this yellow that I really loved.
I love it.
And it is another My So Quilty Life Heather Briggs line, which I think I'm looking to see the line. I think this is Dainty Meadow as well. That's why it matches that other yellow.
Mm-hmm.
I thought these butter yellows were really pretty.
Yeah.
And then another one from Heather, also from the Dainty Meadow line, this really pretty blue. Like, it was 3 yards. I had to have it. I had to have it. I had to have it. And then I got this for a background. It was from Lolo Boutique's Christmas fabric, but I thought it could be a good fabric or a good background for a lot of things.
Oh, yeah.
There was 5 yards of it. I thought it was perfect for a background or a backing, so I grabbed that. And I closed out my shopping with a few other Lolo Boutique prints. These are from Old Glory. This was a patriotic line that she did. I have a fat quarter bundle of this, haven't done anything with it, but now I have some hero prints to put with it. Yeah. And then I've got, what was this line? Was this Country Rose?
Lovestruck.
Oh, Lovestruck. Lovestruck. I got the rose and a plaid in the same pretty blue color that kind of blends nicely together. And that's what I bought from Wilson's.
Okay.
We'll put this here. And then the last thing that we did on our hop back home, I'm just going to go ahead and show everything that I bought here. And then we can go through your stuff.
Okay, that's fine.
So on our trip on the way home, we stopped first at Lana's quilt shop in Cleveland, Tennessee. And Mary bought me this needle threader for all of my handwork. It's a desk needle threader. Apparently you put it in here, you put your needle into that slot, you put your thread through there, press the button, and it just threads your needle.
I need to show you how to work that too.
Okay, sounds good. Don't know how to work it yet. From Lana's shop, though, I did get a couple of other treasures. I needed some new pens, so I bought some magic pins in blue because, hello. Mary had used one of my Dwell charm packs, and so she replaced it with another charm pack. She also noticed that I did not have a pedal pad at Retreat. My pedal kept getting away from me, so she bought me a new pedal pad. And then I bought myself 2 charm packs each of one of Shoreline. This is out, well, I think it's actually coming back. It's the same fabric that the quilt behind me is used for. And then my favorite, it's called Favorite Things by Sherry and Chelsea. Oh, and Ian, good timing. I also bought myself some Milner's needles. And I bought a needle minder because I love needle minders. I collect needle minders and enamel pins, and I got this for Ian.
Ooh.
Show it to the camera.
Thank you.
I did, but not close, not long enough. It is blue, which is his favorite color, and it has a rainbow behind it and a thimble, which I thought,
Whatever.
so we got that for Ian.
Thank you.
And then going up the road, we stopped at Heavenly Stitches in Kingsport, Tennessee. And from there, I got 2 packages of 2-inch 6-point EPP diamonds. I got 2 small packs of that, so here's the other one. I bought myself a Sue Daily Hexagon 1-inch template so I can fussy cut some fabric for my Hexis. Mary, it was interesting. So Lana sold us this one that was already opened, and she gave Mary a discount because it was opened.
And used.
And Mary said she wasn't sure she trusted that one to work. So she bought a second one, and now I have 2. So I'll keep one here, probably the red one with Ruby, and this will be in my to-go bag.
Yep.
I also bought this pattern. I think I got this from Lana's, actually. Mary bought me embroidery tracing paper.
Because she
I'm
might
not
see
quite
a
sure how to use this yet.
Because you might see a design that you like and you can trace the pattern over onto fabric is what you do.
Got it. I got a friction pen in blue because duh. I got a screwdriver specifically for bobbins because I can't tell you how many times I said, Mary, can I have your screwdriver? So while we were there, I was sewing on Pearl, my featherweight, and it was the first time that I worked on her a little bit with Ian. On a live stream, but I wanted to get her, I was getting her bobbin set for some FPP. So I was putting poly through her, 80 weight poly. So I had to change the tension a bit and I kept borrowing Mary's screwdriver. But then a friend of ours brought her Singer 301 to retreat and it was the first time that she had sewn on it at all. And the tension needed to be fixed there. So I had to go get Mary's screwdriver for that as well because I did not have one in my sewing box. So now I do. And then
Plus she has the little two ones that I got for you too. The
yeah,
little
but they're
short
too
ones.
thick.
Yeah,
they're too thick for the
they
bobbin.
are.
They're too thick for the bobbin.
Gotcha.
But this is not. This is not. So the last thing that I picked up was a Dresden from Quilter Select. Now, if you guys don't know about Quilter Select rulers, you don't know what you're missing. Like these rulers are
They're awesome.
chef's kiss. Ian, what do you think of those rulers?
I love them.
They're great, right? These rulers have some sort of coating on the back that keeps them from sliding. Jason's doing laundry. It keeps them from sliding. So when it touches the fabric, it just stays on the fabric. And so I have not seen a lot of templates made from Quilter Select. So when I saw this one, I definitely knew I wanted one. They actually had an 18-degree Dresden and a 30-degree Dresden. And I had both in my hand at one point. I was like, no, we're not going to go overboard.
Down.
I put one back. I mean, do you see the mess that's in front of me? So,
we both.
oh, there goes the thunder. There goes the thunder.
It raining?
No, it's a storm moving through.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So anyway, that was my once a year trip shopping haul. I'm going to clear off the table so Mary can share some of her favorite finds because we all know you guys like to see the goodies that we pick up.
I also I forgot to tell you during the time we were on what we worked on. I helped one of the newer quilters in our group learn how to rotary cut her first quilt. And I also told, when I was telling her about rulers and everything, I told her if you don't have rulers, which she said she didn't have, I said you need to try the Quilter Select because those are the best out on the market. So. I don't have my stuff in any particular order because I haven't really totally unpacked yet. Because I decided to take a nap after work today because it was just that exhausting. This I got from we also went to Southern Charm Quilting.
Oh yeah, what did I buy there?
I don't remember. You didn't buy much in that store.
No, I didn't, but
No.
I don't remember what anyway, it doesn't matter.
But anyway, I got a ruler from Southern Charm Quilting. A little small
I think I got
ruler.
a couple of patterns.
Yeah, I think
maybe that's
so.
where I got that pattern.
Yeah. And then this I bought at Heavenly Stitches because I nicked my ruler while I was there.
Here, I'll do this so they can see.
That works.
We'll put it up here.
Becca gave me this little mini charm square pack.
Why don't you slide up to the table so you can show a little bit better?
Bella's
That's
growling
okay.
behind me.
I will pick her up. Come here, Bella.
Come here, Bella.
Like me.
I also got Becca bought me, and I must have dropped the other one on the way over here, but she bought me 2 fat quarters
Ow.
from Southern. This is what you bought at Southern.
I bought
Southern
some
Charm
fat
Quilting.
quarters.
Yeah.
Tulip
And
pink,
then-
true colors.
Yep. And she gave me a solid or looking one or a tone on tone as well, purple, of course. And then I got one of the Gypsy Quilter pedal stays as well, which works amazing. And then I bought.
And by the way, I'm just going to tell you right now, if you're so inclined, you get yourself some rug grip and you just put some binding around it.
Yep.
That's all you need.
That's all it is. And I think I don't remember what I paid for that, but it was not cheap. I bought this panel. It's a Berlina panel, and I bought this at Southern Charm. It's all Berlina, and then I bought it, and I think we were out of the store, and Becca said, "Oh, I already gave you that panel."
Yep.
I remember she gave me a panel, but I couldn't remember the same one or not. I bought this at Wilson's. This is a fabric that looked like rotary cutter
Mat.
mat. So I thought, and I collect sewing notions fabric, so that was my thing. I got this Bernina fabric, and I think I got that at Southern Tribe because I love my Bernina, and
she wants to show the world.
Yes, I do. Becca actually bought these 2 pieces. We're going to make I'm going to make pillowcases.
Where's there's a third piece.
Oh, there's a third piece. Yep.
Yep. We'll put this in the wash tonight. So we're going to use these to make 2 matching pillowcases to go with our quilts.
Yep, our house block quilt. I love any kind of quilting reference manual. So I bought this perfect piecing book, and I was looking at it coming down the road, and seemed really interesting. This was what I started with to make my Dorothy's Journey quilt that I was going to make, and I sadly opened the package and discovered that it was FPP, and I needed 34 copies of the pattern to start. So we switched gears after that, and that's when I involved Becca and tried to help me figure out what to do with my quilt that I have to make.
Oh, Melody, thank you so much for the tip.
Yeah, thank you. I bought this because I think this will be a really nice gift for somebody in the future, and I will say no more than that. I don't know if said person is listening. This is another quilting reference book called The Quilt Binding Bible. Again, I love anything that's referenced and it can give me more information on quilting. That's my niche. So I thought it was a pretty good. I had never seen that one before, and I didn't risk.
I've got one of these too.
Becca got one of these. I bought one for her, and I bought one for myself. It's a featherweight maintenance manual. They actually had a kit there that I wanted that had all like the oil and a cleaning cloth and all this kind of stuff like that. And I didn't get it because it was more than that one was. This is a hand sewing book because I love hand sewing, and I'm actually going to at some point, I'm going to teach Becca how to needle turn applique.
Yes, you are.
Yes, I am. And so I thought I would, it's been a while since I've needle turned applique. So I thought I would read through the book. And yep, it's got a section on English paper piecing in there. And I thought I would brush up on my needle turn applique skills before I teach Becca how to do it, so that I'm not teaching her incorrectly. Because I actually learned needle turn applique on a quilting cruise to Hawaii. So it was awesome. That's the one you just gave me. Oh, this is all stuff from that my friend Becca gave me this one.
But we have to tell you that this was something that one of the girls there actually had. It's a magnetic pin in the shape of a 6-point star. It's got it's almost like a needle minder type of thing.
It is a needle minder.
And so she kept wearing it on her shirt, telling everybody she was the new sheriff in town.
This Becca got for me as well. This is a scissor magnet where you can actually put it. Becca had hers on the end of her featherweight machine and put her scissors on it. So she has one too.
So Ian did your needle minder can go on the plate for your featherweight to hold your scissors.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. This is the needle card like I bought for Becca, but mine's in purple. I bought a corner miter tool. You'll notice that most of my purchases are notions. So that's what I go to.
You should have pulled this out when
I didn't have it then.
When he was trying to do mitered corners.
I know. I didn't have that. These are appliques that you put on the bottom of your templates to cut out your applique pieces. It'll keep them steady so that the template doesn't slip. And so I thought I would pick that up. This Becca got for me because I was so interested in when she was doing it on her live.
No, I didn't do it on live.
Oh, I thought you did it on live.
I did it sitting here.
That's right.
Saturday morning.
Sorry.
So Stephanie from Memoirs of a Long-Arm Quilter gave me the midi, and I did a small one with this, and so I bought the midi and gave it to Mary.
I bought the Karen K. Buckley Perfect Stems also for applique. These help you cut out your strips so that you're not having to. I got a Bernina. I got a Bernina stitcher, I'm sorry, it's a threader for your machine. I got a purple 2-point turner because it's purple. Not like I don't have one in other colors, but I needed that one. I've also bought Becca some of these as well. Those were the they're the So Tights, and it's a new pattern that I'd never seen before, so I had to have it. This was my gift from Becca from Lana's. This I bought made at retreat because I've got several things that I made at retreat that I thought I would sew onto my projects. And this is seam guide tape or seam guide washi tape, just because I hadn't seen it before, purple. And it's purple. I got a So Steady stiletto. It's supposed to be better than most stilettos, even though I have 100 different stilettos of various manufacturers. I got a rotary cutter blade guard because Becca actually cut her finger on a closed rotary cutter while she was there. So it's good to have a guard on it. Yeah.
Right there.
I bought, this is cute. I love this. I bought this for my sewing machine. It sticks onto your sewing machine like it's a suction cup. And you put your pins in it.
Huh.
And they didn't have blue, or I would have gotten you one too. I bought this for a friend. It's a 120-inch measuring tape because she doesn't have one, and and it's in her color, so I thought I would get that for her. Becca bought me this.
This is from Purple Hobbies. If you want this, by the way, you can hop over to purplehobbies.com and use the code SEWBECCA, and it'll get you 20% off of anything on her website. But this is just a little storage container, and so you can see you can put your snap-on feet in here, you can put some bobbins, whatever you want to have, your needles, whatever you want to have close by your machine. It's just a little tray, and it is staggered up, so the things that are sitting down here are lower than the second and the third. So there you go.
And that's all of my haul, I think. I'm probably forgetting some things, but I wanted to show some of the things that we got at the retreat, that we made at retreat.
So this is a pin cushion that was 3D printed by our friend Kim. If you want to pick these up, passagewayquilting.com. She runs that shop. She does long arm quilting as well.
She also did
these cute little trinket boxes for everybody. I have one as well. And she made these 3D ornaments and put everybody's name on the back. Yep. So Mary, of course, got a purple one.
Okay, and then this is one of the projects that we made while we were there. Oven mitt. Edie taught that class.
That is very reminiscent of Pioneer Woman.
Yep, very. This was another thing that we made. I'm still not happy with mine, but I thought it was, I love the fabric because Ian gave me that fabric.
It's a drawstring pouch with pockets on the inside. Mm-hmm. And when you close it, it has a cute little ruffle on the top.
I'm actually going to replace my ribbon with something else, but this is, you may look at this and you may say, what the heck is that? Well, it's a thread catcher that we made out of fabric and a cardboard matting and a little mason jar lid.
Yep.
Yep, it was so cool. And then, this was a gift from somebody. So
I think this was from Dr. Donna, maybe?
Yeah, Dr. Donna, yeah. Yeah, from Dr. Donna. Okay. I think that's all my stuff.
That's a haul, Mary.
Yeah.
I see this mountain of stuff in front of me.
I know. I spend way too much money.
And that's okay, because we
it's
only
all
do
good.
it once a year.
That's right.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tina had a question. What is rug word?
Rug word.
Tina, help us in the chat.
Please.
I was very confused by that. We also got a question about the crowns, but I think I answered that one in the chat.
Okay.
Okay.
Rug word.
Oh, I think she was talking about the rug
gripper.
The rug gripper.
Rug gripper.
Yeah, I thought that's what it was. It's you get it in the shelf. It's like used as a shelf liner, or it can be used as a shelf liner in your kitchen cabinets.
Yep.
So it's usually in the kitchen cabinet area where they have shelf liner.
Yep.
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 Oh, and we got Bucky shirts.
And we got matching Bucky shirts. And we wore every day at the retreat. We wore matching shirts.
We did.
Yeah, yep.
We did.
Yep.
Look, it's like a hacky sack.
I know it is.
Think fast, Ian.
Yeah.
What is the name of the bag?
Which one?
Oh, it's a jewelry bag, and it's an original design by
Passageway Quilting.
Passageway Quilting. Yep.
Okay.
There was two other little projects that we made too. We made like a little. Well, she made the little pin cushion, and then we turned them into turtles. And I didn't make mine. Do you got your little thing for your the thing made out of the cup holder?
It's over there.
Over there. Okay.
I'm not going to worry about it. It's fine. They've seen enough.
Yes.
They're tired. They don't
Okay.
want to see any more of our. They don't want us to
They
flaunt
don't
more
wanna,
stuff.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, they're like, stop flaunting your stuff. Stop
Okay.
showing off. That's
Yeah.
what they're thinking right now.
Probably.
Judy wants to know your favorite ruler.
So, Quilter Select.
Well, actually, hers is the 6x12. My favorite is the 8.5x12.
I use this one more than I use any other ones.
I use the 8.5x12 for just about everything.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm going to leave and I can only take one ruler with me, it's going to be that, or the 6x12.
Yep.
And then he says, "We want more."
I took 4 rulers with me. I think Becca took 3. So.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I'm looking at my little rotating mat, and no, I don't think there's anything else.
No. Oh, that's so. Yeah.
Yeah.
You already have yours up there on the desk. Your little.
Yep. I started
thing.
unpacking.
Yep.
I was cleaning up my room. Hey, hand me my starch pen, because I can show them this. I had these custom made.
Oh, the custom made.
It's
one.
in the. Yep.
Oh, yeah, it's in here. There it is.
Yep. I had these custom made for everybody, Ian. I gave you one, right?
You did.
Because I had an extra one.
Yep.
I had these custom made for everybody at retreat. If you know what the Acorn Easy Press pen is, it usually looks like this. But, that label starts to get a little worn.
Yep.
And, of course, you do have to replace the nibs every so often. But this, over time, starts to show some wear and tear. So, Kristen from Grunge and Grace has started making custom ones with acrylic, glitter, and fabric of your choice. And so I asked her to make an assortment of ones using Tula Pink's True Colors fabric. And so now this is my new starch pen. If you want to check these out, she is on Etsy at Grunge and Grace, and you can pick these up. I think she only has them at her quilt, she only makes them for shows and craft shows, but if you message her on Facebook, she will absolutely make some for you.
Cool.
Okay.
Barbara wants to know if there's a pattern for the thread bag with the canning lid.
Oh, yeah, there is. They gave it to us. I would have to scan it. I don't know whose pattern it was. Original pattern it was.
I
But
don't.
there was. Yeah.
How about I'll figure it out
Yeah,
and do
yeah.
a video.
She could do a video. I think that's safer than trying to take somebody else's pattern. And
I'll figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
And I actually did get an Amazon order because as soon as I made this, I was like, oh, I'm going to make these again. But I'm not going to do it with a mason jar lid. I'm going to do it with just the metal bracelet because this ring would be a little bit nicer. So there's tutorials for those online somewhere, but I'll take a look and see what I can do. Where did the blocks come from on the top behind you gals? I love the center one especially. This was part of the 2022 Fat Quarter Shop Designer Mystery Quilt. I made all the blocks and I'm putting it into my own layout because you don't have to follow the pattern if you don't want to. Wah, wah.
We'll get the borders on for you.
Yeah, we'll do that this week.
Yeah.
Mary,
Yes.
we've got a ton of stuff to put away.
We sure do. You should see this room right now. It's just not good. It looked really nice when we came in, but it doesn't look so nice anymore.
Yeah, it sure did look nice when you came in. That's right, it did.
Stop tooting your own horn, Ian. You know what just popped in my head? It was like have you ever heard the joke? I can't remember who said it, but there was a comedian who talked about like baby daddy stuff. And she was talking about how like you get pregnant with a guy. You get pregnant from a guy, and then he takes care of the baby, and he wants credit for it. And he's like, "You want me to pat you on the back for doing something you were supposed to do?"
Whoa.
Before we go, why don't we do a giveaway? Ian,
Okay.
could you open up a giveaway? Because we've got some things here that we would love to bless you with in a prize package. So what we're going to do is open up the giveaway, and we'll pick 3 winners from that one giveaway. Okay. So once Ian has it up and running, you'll get your ticket, and then do it for like 10 minutes, Ian. We'll just chat a little bit for about 10 minutes. And then when the 10 minutes is up, we'll pick 3 winners, and we'll mail those packages out this weekend.
Sounds like a deal.
Horn for Ian. I think the room was funny considering you two went crazy shop hopping and had a great time.
Yeah. What was your best memory from the retreat? Your best thing, your favorite thing from retreat?
My favorite thing? Hexies.
Yep.
Cross stitch. Sewing on my featherweight. Was I only supposed to pick one?
Yes.
Oh.
I think my favorite thing was...
I liked spending time with everyone.
Yeah. It's the one retreat that we look forward to each year. So, it's one of the retreats that we look forward to.
But it's
each
the
year.
one that I've been going to the longest, and it's honestly one of my favorites.
This was only my second time there, and I enjoyed it both times I've been there. So.
Oh, and now I can't pay attention to the chat. Sorry, guys. Because there goes the giveaway.
Zaza asked me if I would have the room in ship shape by tomorrow. I don't know.
We have got a weekend packed of
stuff to do.
Tomorrow we've got the HVAC guy coming because my mini split is having some issues in here, so we've got to have the HVAC guy come and take a look at that. And then after that, we got to stop by Deanna's because she has something for you, and we wanted. She has a quilt top she'd like me to quilt for her, so I think I'm picking the quilt top up.
Right.
And then in the afternoon, the dogs are getting groomed, and then in the evening, sometime I'm going to try to have a date night with my husband.
Yep.
And then Sunday morning, bright and early, we're going to go to the zoo. Ian, we're going to the zoo at 7:00 in the morning on Sunday.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to go.
Oh, okay.
But Mary wants to see the pandas, and Zoe wants to see the elephant. So we're going to pack up at like 7:00 and go to the zoo.
What time does the zoo open here?
8:00.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we're gonna go to the zoo on Sunday, and then we'll come back. And I need to start getting ready for work because all next week Monday through Thursday. Friday I'll probably be able to work in Chantilly, but Monday through Thursday I'm going to have to work in DC, which means I'm going to have really long days again this week. So no time to do much of anything. But Friday I have a half a day because my sister's coming.
Yes, yay!
Alicia will be flying in on Friday. Yes, Alicia, the one that is going on our Alaskan cruise with us. She's secured her ticket for her and her husband, so she will be there. She's the one that is never on screen.
Somebody wants to know why Ian is hiding.
What is the black mesh looking square you said could be used from? It is a rug gripper.
Pedal stay.
Yeah, it's from Gypsy Quilter, but you could make it yourself by just using some rug gripper and putting some binding around it.
That's all it is, folks.
That's all it is.
Yep.
Sally Hayes, what am I doing wrong? Type exclamation giveaway if you're just okay. You guys are getting the ticket. Just remember that sometimes it doesn't reply. Becca, do you have a link to the pattern for the orangey bag behind your left shoulder?
No, that was
this is the sew together bag.
Yeah.
I don't have a pattern handy, but you can just search sew together bag and you'll find it. What is the name of the Etsy vendor for the starch pen? Grunge and Grace. I think it's Grunge Plus Grace is the name of it.
Oh, they have it at the Fat Quarter Shop.
What?
That sew
Oh,
together
the sew
bag.
yeah. Yep. So, anywho.
Yeah, there's if you search sew together bag, it's everywhere.
Yep.
So there's tutorials on it, tips and tricks on how to sew it together and all good stuff like that. So, and
Sandra wants to know why you're hiding and is dying to get you to see her. Hello, Ian.
Hello. Hello.
So,
Hello, dear.
for those that are asking, Ian is here, but he's cuddling with Bella, who is apparently bonded with him while we were gone. Yes. And he's sitting in front of the chat at my other computer, just kind of hanging out. So, and he had a microphone, but because we were doing all the talking, he gave it up and decided to just project his voice because he's being a gentleman.
let's show everybody the picture that we received while we were at retreat.
Dear. Ian, do you want to just take a microphone and tell this story?
Yes.
Yeah.
Here. So Ian was dog sitting for Mary.
I was dog sitting for Mary.
Tell me
and,
when.
So I don't even remember what day it was, but I'm gonna come over. Oh, I can be headless. Cool. I'll stand over here and be headless. Hi, everyone.
It's the headless quilter.
It's right. It's the headless quilter holding a little dog.
You want to sit on my lap?
Okay. I'll come sit on your lap.
Okay.
Woo!
There.
Woo!
Okay, don't fall.
I won't. So anywho, I was eating some that tickles. I was eating a baked potato and I needed to use the restroom, and I thought I had put the baked potato far enough away from the couch that this one couldn't get to it. But when I came back, I found that she had scarfed down some of my baked potato. Do you have anything to say for yourself?
Hey, Mary,
Okay.
hit that top button, the button that says top on it.
There you go. And this is how she looked afterwards. After consuming the baked potato, she was a very happy dog. Very, very happy dog. And she looked stoned off of potato.
Everybody asked me at the retreat what you were giving.
Right, yeah, exactly. Yeah, no.
What's funny
was
is
the potato.
I've known Mary for a few years, and I've never seen Bella sit like that.
No.
I've never seen Bella sit like that. She was not only sitting like that, but she also doesn't have any teeth, so her tongue always hangs out the side of her mouth. So that just made it even funnier. She was like,
It was hilarious.
so how many people are in the group? I think there was 14 there.
Yes, there was 14.
I think there was 14.
We were supposed to have 15, but one of our friends was not feeling well and couldn't come, so we missed her
Yeah.
but very much.
Can someone please share the link for the Amazon store?
You haven't set it up yet.
No, we haven't.
Oh,
Amazon
my Amazon storefront? Yeah, it's in process. It's in process. Sorry. Ian, do you have your set up?
I do, and it's on my website.
Oh, drop your website in the link.
Oh, somebody's asking about the panda quilt again.
But what do you use the black thing for? You put it underneath your pedal on the floor, and it keeps your pedal in place, so your pedal's not moving away from you.
Yep.
3 minutes.
3 minutes. Joyce Jordan says, hello from Washington, D.C. Hello from Washington, D.C., Joyce. Hello, neighbor. There was another question, and I forgot. I didn't see what it was. What is the silver fabric on the oven mitt Mary made?
Oh.
It is Teflon fabric.
Teflon
It is
fabric.
actual fabric that you use to put on ironing boards.
Yep.
I thought that was smart. Yeah,
Yep.
it's Teflon fabric.
This one.
Katie.
So that wasn't parsley on your potato, huh? Okay, so that's Katie. She was at retreat with us, and she spells her name Katye. And so I needed to call her, and so I told Siri to call her, And I said, call Katie, and I said her last name incorrectly. And Siri came back and said, calling Cat Eye.
Mine does that too.
Really? Calling Cat Eye.
Mine does that too.
Like, no, that's not how you say it. Jaja Brownie says, do you think 175 is good for 301? Facebook says it runs well. I honestly, no. No, I don't. Not unless you have, it's in perfect condition with every single attachment. I got mine for $50 and it ran just fine. So, but all that to say, it's worth it if you're willing to pay it.
Of the Wilson store was the Wilson, it's Wilson Fabrics, and it's in, it starts with a G. I think it started with a G. Alabama. It's in Alabama, right outside of Scottsboro.
The black stuff is rug gripper. Just look for rug gripper.
Yep.
Rug
all it
gripper.
is.
Rug gripper.
Comes in a
rug
roll.
Gripper.
Comes in a roll.
Yep. Somebody else asked a question. Oh, where can you get Teflon fabric? I don't know.
Just about anywhere they sell fabric, you can get it.
Just search Teflon fabric. I don't know. I've never seen it before. I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then a light bulb went off above my head when I was like, oh yeah, you have to have that fabric on an ironing board. So this is not a new invention.
Nope.
Mary's Panda quilt, is it done? And if so, can she show it?
No, but we talked about it.
Enough. It is still in the same state that we left it before.
Yep.
So Mary's going to take it home and do some homework. We're going to take the blocks out of the rows that it was sewn into, square them up, and put them back together in a layout. And so next time she visits, we're actually going to quilt it. I've put too much time and energy, and you have too, into that quilt to just be like, meh. So we're going to unsew quite a bit, fix the blocks, make sure they're all the same size, and put them together with some sashing and cornerstones.
Right. We just have to be, we want to make sure that it looks right. So
That's right. That's right. Okay, the giveaway has closed, so we're going to pick out 3 winners. Olivia E is the first one, so let's give Olivia a second to acknowledge that she knows that she has won. And then once we see Olivia type in the chat, we'll pick our second and then our third winner. But we need to give Olivia a chance to reply. Olivia E. And then while we're doing that, why don't we go take a peek over at, we'll take a look at Facebook, because we haven't done that in a while.
Do you want me to move some of that stuff out of your way?
No, because they don't need to see it.
Okay.
That's fine. Okay, yay, there she is. Woohoo!
Don't forget to email.
Okay, I'm going to let Ian take care of all of the stuff with the stuff while we just take a look at what's on Facebook. So he will be doing all of the picking of winners and making sure that the winners confirm, and he'll do that in the chat. Let's take a look. So we're going to go to our first posts. Angela says, I did a quick search. Erica has a tutorial for how to make the bag like Becca got, and she's got a link to it there. She used the pattern by So Demented. That is the pattern that was used for this one.
Yep.
Roberta says she started a new project. It is a log cabin in fall colors and started it tonight.
Becca actually learned how to do a log cabin block.
I knew how to do one.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Ish. Anyway, moving on.
Sorry.
This is a blanket that my mom is working. She is crocheting it for me. It's in my favorite colors. Savannah says, I just finished adding borders to this pretty little thing. That is cute. By the way, I do want to acknowledge what Sean said, to keep working on the Hexis, and I'll be able to use that for my doll quilt. I did see that comment. All right, let's...
Barbara won, and she is here.
Yay, Barbara! Hey, why don't you finish refreshing, Facebook? Goodness gracious. We got a new member request. We'll get Jean in. Go back here. New posts. All right, Holly is working on a new rainbow quilt. My goodness, that's gorgeous. Ian, do you see that?
No, I do not.
Okay, well, you will. It's gorgeous. Angela has already shared that. Roberta, Nancy, Savannah. No quilt, please. You quilt your way. Yes, that's right. I agree.
That block looks familiar.
It does. Which one do you like better?
I like the one on the left.
I like the one on the left too.
Yeah.
But that's because it's got the Lola fabric in it.
Yeah.
Deanna won, and she is here, so that rounds out the 3.
Yay! Lily, this is my
Ooh.
favorite quilt to date. I love it so much, and I actually named it.
That's gorgeous.
That's pretty. Vicky is finishing up items for her sister in Oregon. Janine is working on a new legit kit. It looks like the duck, the mallard.
I thought it was the giraffe. Oh, no, does look like
it looks like a mallard.
Okay. I see it now.
Back to Holly's beautiful rainbow quilt that Ian's probably going to try to tell you to send to him. Got another member request. We'll get you in. Sally, we've got you.
Ooh, pretty.
He just saw it. I'm trying to go a little bit slower because I'm sure people are posting and I want to give them a chance to snap a picture and post. No, I'm good. Thanks.
She's over here whining, and I'm just...
I don't know what's her problem today.
She misses you. Okay, if there's nothing else after this, we'll probably just call it a night. There is not anything after this. So, all right, friends, I think we're going to call it an evening because we've got a packed weekend ahead of us. And now we've got a mess.
Yep.
And a lot of stuff to put away.
Yep.
And a dog to cuddle with.
Yep.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Next week, we will be live. Mary and Ian will probably be here, but so will my sister. So I'll see you guys all in a week.
Bye. Bye.
Bye, guys.